श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। सत्यसन्तुष्टदुग्धाब्धेः जातः सत्यपरायणः चिन्तामणिः सदा भूयात् सतां चिन्तितसिद्धये। विद्यापीठविधातारं विद्यावारिधिचन्दिरं विद्यार्थिवत्सलं वन्दे महामहिमसद्गुरुं। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। Satyparayana Tirtha Swamiji is a 31st pontiff of Uttradhimat Parampara. He was the Purvashrama grandson of Sri Satyasandha Tirtha Swamiji. His Purvashrama name was Haveri Gururajacharya. When we try to know about Sri Satyparayana Tirtha Swamiji's Purvashrama, it is quite interesting. On one side, he was a Nitya Ramopasaka. I mean, he used to perform Lord Rama's puja daily without leaving even a single day. He believed in God. He believed in Lord Rama with unshakable faith, with remarkable faith. Probably, this is the reason of his ordinance to Sannyasa Ashrama. On the other side, which is quite contrary, he was a Tehsildar. He had good command and knowledge over all the official intricacies. Hence, after taking the responsibility of the administration of Uttradhimat Parampara, he strongly focused on acquiring all the finances and released all the mortgaged properties. Satyparayana Tirtha Swamiji got his ashrama ordained in Mysore by his guru Sri Satyasantushta Tirtha Swamiji. After getting ordained into Sannyasa Ashrama, he stayed back at Bangalore for many days. There, he conducted many sabhas and propagated the Dvaita philosophy. He mainly concentrated on releasing all the mortgaged properties. Since he was a Tehsildar, his previous experiences helped him in the administration. So, therefore, he took the responsibility of the entire jewelry, the Vajramantapa diamond throne, and all the other properties of the mutt that was mortgaged with the money lenders and released all of them. At the same time, he improved the financial stability of the mutt. In order to release all the properties, Satyparayana Tirtha Swamiji called for a meeting. The meeting was attended by many people. There in the meeting, it was decided that ones who were capable enough have to donate 2 months of their salary, and the amount received was used to release the mutt's properties from the money lenders. All the amount was collected and paid to the money lenders, but it was nowhere sufficient. The amount which has to be paid was very, very huge. It was unimaginable. The Vajramantapa, the diamond throne, was kept as a collateral near Ramanna Naik. In order to release this diamond throne, the Vajramantapa, the mutt had to pay a very huge amount. So, with the acceptance of Sri Holiness, Ramanna Naika sent his brother-in-law, Tammanna Naika, as a demonstrative in order to resolve all the loans. Tammanna Naika had no children. His wife passed away recently. He had no hopes in his life. He was all alone. He had no interest in the materialistic pleasures, in the worldly pleasures. He mainly wanted to know about the Madhva Siddhanta, about the Vedic philosophy, about all the Nyaya Sudha and Sarvamula Granthas. Hence he requested Swamiji to teach him all of them. Tammanna Naika was very stunned observing the allegiance and devotion of holiness. He completely turned himself and surrendered to the majesty. He fell on the feet of Sri Satyparayana Tirtha Swamiji. Satyparayana Tirtha Swamiji taught him the Nyaya Sudha and Sarvamula Granthas. Hence, as a part of Guru Dakshina, Tammanna Naika asked his brother-in-law Ramanna Naik to give back the Vajramantapa and in return offered to give away his entire property. Who would do so? For the mutt's property, one would Why would one donate his entire property? Sri Satyaparayana Tirtha Swamiji, pleased by the devotion of Tammana Nayaka, ordained him into sannyas ashrama and gave him the name Sankarshna Vaderu. This is the power of Nyayasudha and Sarvamula Granthas. It would turn a hard pebble into a small stone, into a soft stone. It would turn a hard stone into a soft pebble. Later, Sri Sankarshna Vaderu composed commentary to the work Sri Harikatamrita Sara, composed by Jagannatha Dasaru. The commentary is completely flawless, accurate and very, very comprehensive. Sri Sankarshna Vaderu's Vrindavana is located at Dharmapuri near Manampudi in Tamil Nadu, and one must surely have darshan of it. Till now, as we see, Sri Holiness Sri Satyaparayana Tirtha Swamiji was mainly focusing on acquiring the finances and releasing the mortgage properties. A man who had an intention to insult Sri Swamiji just uttered these words. Satyaparayanaro, Vittaparayanaro. These words are in Kannada. Vitta meaning money. Is he Satyaparayana or is he Vittaparayana? I mean, is he Satyaparayana Tirtha Swamiji? Is he fond of money? He tried to insult the Swamiji, saying that Swamiji is only fond of money and is always behind money. Since that day onwards, the man only uttered the words Satyaparayana, Vittaparayana. When his wife asked him for some water, he uttered the words Satyaparayana, Vittaparayana. When a man passing by asked for his welfare, he uttered the words Satyaparayana, Vittaparayana. Whoever spoke to him, he just simply replied Satyaparayana, Vittaparayana. He lost his speech completely from that day onwards and just only uttered the words Satyaparayana, Vittaparayana. This is the fate which is caused to him. The man lost his speech and suffered his entire life. The same way, one must not mistake the intentions of Sri Satyaparayana Tirtha Swamiji. We see only what is shown. What is shown to us? Satyaparayana Tirtha Swamiji is only behind acquiring the wealth and releasing all the mortgage properties. But this is not acquiring the wealth. This is doing seva to Uttaradima, to Lord Sri Rama. Swamiji took over the entire administration of the mart. This is true. But at the same time, he never left his daily course. He was always immersed in Lord Rama's puja. He was always immersed in reading the Vedic Granthas. He was completely immersed in teaching the Vedanta philosophy and propagating the Matha Siddhanta. He was a very good scholar. He wrote many works. All the works are a masterpiece and they are the great blessing for any student in Vedanta philosophy. He was an ardent devotee of Lord Rama. His works itself depicts his love towards Sri Rama. Rama. It is a very small word, a small two-syllable word. But how many ways can one explain the word Rama? How many ways can you expand the word Rama? Satyaparayana Tirtha Swamiji expanded the word Rama in 185 ways, in a perfect way. This itself is enough to gauge his knowledge, to know the depth of his knowledge. Satyaparayana Tirtha Swamiji was a scholar in the grammatical skills. That is the reason he could expand the small word Rama in 185 ways in total. Satyaparayana Tirtha Swamiji made Vedanta philosophy so rich and proud. His holiness was known for his compassion for all the sections of the society. In one of his works, he mentioned Sri Satyasantushta Shishyena Mandabodhena Bhaktitaha. Sri Satyasantushta Tirtha Swamiji's blessings and teachings are the prime reason for such a less intelligent like me to have penned so much. This is so grateful of him. Satyaparayana Tirtha Swamiji travelled all the country. He travelled the country wide and encouraged many scholars in every way possible and exhibit their talents, to propagate the Vedanta philosophy. Once he visited Kolhapur, where we can have darshan of Lord Sri Lakshmi Devi. Looking at the feet of goddess Lakshmi itself, he composed a grantha, Lakshmi Dandaka Grantha, which is very unique in its own way. There, he donated clothes, money, everything to 1,000 Dampatis, which remain history till date. This event looked like Nabhuto Nabhavishyati, neither in the past nor in the future. One can be able to see the glory of Sri Satyaparayana Tirtha Swamiji. Once, during the visit to Hyderabad, Chandulal, a divan under the Nizams of Hyderabad, donated vast lands to the Uttaradi Mutt, looking at the glory of Sri Satyaparayana Tirtha Swamiji. There, Holiness Sri Satyaparayana Tirtha Swamiji did the Pratishtapana of Sri Mukhya Prana, Sri Lord Hanuman and Lord Shiva in Lingampalli, Kachiguda. This can be visited even today till date. Many people are yet having darshan of Sri Lord Mukhya Prana and getting their wishes fulfilled. Lots of people took Vaishnava Diksha under His Holiness, and even today they follow Madhva Siddhanta and they are ardent devotees of Lord Sri Rama. Sri Holiness propagated Vishnu Sarvottamatva and Vayu Jivottamatva everywhere, wherever he travelled. Sri Swamiji ruled Vedanta Samrajya for 21 years in total. He initiated Pachapur Srinivasacharya as the next Pitadipati of Uttaradi Mutt and named him as Sri Satyakama Tirtha Swamiji. Sri Satyaparayana Tirtha Swamiji's Vrindavan is located at Sante Bidnur, and today on his Aradhana, one should surely have darshan to it. Today, on the auspicious occasion of Sri Satyaparayana Tirtha Swamiji, let us know at least one meaning of the word Rama. Let us at least try to bring the anusandhana of the word Rama whenever we utter the word Rama and get pleased by the God. Let us follow the path led by Sri Satyaparayana Tirtha Swamiji and try to know our Vedic philosophy and Madhva Siddhanta. Shri Krishna Arpanamastu.